Hey Bartik, you're back home, so cool. What do you mean by the autopsy from Guillermo del Toro? I've not seen that. Hmm, interesting. Say hey, we'll probably look at no worries. Unicorn, that is fine. You lurk all you need to lurk. I appreciate you, no matter what level of presence you have. I'll say it was crazy profound, but it had some interesting ways to build tension. I'm always down for that. It's on Netflix. Well, I'm always using film and sitch for inspiration. All right, let's see here. I did enjoy lunch. I smell like tacos. I smell delicious. No regrets. I love it. But yeah, it was super good. They have like some interesting, delicious ones where it's like chicken and kimchi, and there's another one that I had. It was like a falafel one. They're super good. They don't miss. Every single taco is delicious. Demand a mukbang stream. I could have had lunch in front of you. I suppose. Well, no, I went to a place, but next one I'll eat in front of you. I'll do that, like what I see on like TikTok all the time, where they're like right up in here eating, and I'm sure that's what everybody wants. Otherwise, how you been? Been good. Been good. Nice to be back into doing things. Busy, lots of different things going on. Like we were talking about before in the earlier stream today. Oh, I was just all the stuff with mortuary assistance stuff and new things with prototype, creep show stuff, new things coming up. My day started off pretty mad. Waited 15 minutes for my luggage. What? Dropped my AirPod case. Ugh. Well, that sucks. Would you have to like go through security again or something? Well, I think this feels okay. This little town guy. So let's keep locking this in. No. That joke will be made a lot during the development of this, I'm sure. Let's see. So I want to. Let's make a little. Because this main road did feel about the right size, I want to do that and make sure I'm always that distance away. Hello, I am indeed the Taco Man now. No regrets, delicious tacos. Yeah, we do a little bit of a rounded building here. See, at least with this, I can get everything kind of laid out how I want. I can get, by getting basic shapes, I can then just start building actual buildings to these, and I know things will be pretty spiffy. What's going on here? Oh. Maybe I should have left the tops to them. Or, haha, now I can see both. Tacos in Massachusetts. What? You had was in the South? Well, I mean, I'm in Connecticut. I haven't been to Massachusetts for tacos, though I'm sure they're just as good there. Okay, so we've done that. I made another building there. Same thing. It's fine. Let's see. Trying to turn things. What is this? They share 2 T's. You know what? That makes sense. That's fair. What's this guy? Just this guy. No. We're just getting all the basics in here. Nothing super crazy. Once I got this built out, I may go back with fine-tooth comb, make some new blocks that represent other shapes that fill these same sort of footprints. Right now, I just want to make sure everything's a good size. Like, instead of a curve here, I might do some staggered buildings or something. Sort of representation of the Spanish Inquisition that you could reference for. Oh my god. Yes. The problem is the ad before it. It doesn't have the same impact as the Rick Roll. Let's see, right after ScotchSoda.com. Oh my god, and T-Mobile.
We're gonna help them see the light and make an offer that they can't refuse. That the Jews just can't refuse. Confess, don't be boring. Say yes.
Man, that was a long time ago. Mel Brooks is... I mean, he's young. He's super young there, but also old.
It's better to lose your skull cap than your skull. Inquisition, what a show. The Inquisition, here we go. We know you're wishing that we'd go away, but the Inquisition's here and it's here to stay. Oh boy, the Inquisition, what joy. The Inquisition, oi, oi. was sitting in a temple. I was minding my own business.
Is that John
and was
Cleese?
listening to a lovely Hebrew mass. Then these
It
Papist
should be.
birds plunge in and they throw me in a dungeon.
Yeah.
And they shove a red-hot poker up my ass. Is that considerate? Is that polite?
Why is no
An
breakfast?
aperture of preparation
What?
ain't
What is
in
that?
sight.
You've never seen this? Isn't the
I'm sitting
Monty
through the
Python
chickens and I'm looking through the
thing?
pickles,
No, no, no.
and suddenly these
I forget what this
guys
is
ripped out my balls.
from. Oh, History of the World.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know them, and they grabbed me
Still
back
John
before
Cleese,
them, and
yeah.
they started
That's
playing
fine.
big
Yes.
with my balls. Oy, the agony. Ooh,
But yeah, this is
pain.
the like
Make my pipe
Broadway
forward.
style number about the Inquisition. I'm sure that's him. Yeah.
What a show, the Inquisition. Here we go, we know you're wishing.
How old is he in this? Because I mean,
But the Inquisition's here and it's him too. Hey, talk about it. What do you say? I just got back from the Auto de Fe. Auto de Fe? What's an Auto de Fe? It's what you oughtn't to do, but you do anyway. Skit, scat, voodly, vat, and doodly day. When you convert. No, 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 no. When
there's
you
nothing
confess.
specific
No, no, no.
about how old he was at this time.
Will you say yes? No, 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 no. No, I asked in a nice way. I said.
I mean, he's 96 now. He's been around.
On their knees.
He's been around a minute. Dude was born in 1926. All right. Yeah, he's still doing his thing. Being old, he's 96. Apparently he still does voice acting. He was in Hotel Transylvania 2 and 3 and Toy Story 4. Like, does he have things coming up? Upcoming as a writer, Young Frankenstein Live? What? TV series, okay. Producer, Young Frankenstein Live. He's in Fairy Tale Forest and Untitled Lonnie Pixels Project. Gatekeeper voice. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, doing the type of work he does, why wouldn't you, you know? It's crazy, man. 96 is still going. I mean, you know, it's not like he's out welding or anything, so he can kind of still do voice acting and stuff. That's pretty wild, though. Mel Brooks is pretty fantastic. We're gonna move, yeah. All the tumbling he used to do. Okay, so this. So this is our starting alleyway. Yes, the guy doing I'm pretty sure. That'd be very impressive if not. I think he might be onto something. Meow. Wow. Ah, that'll explain it. Set the edge. And we'll go ahead and... Hey, thank you very much, Franklin. Good to be back. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into like really getting this, because what I need to do is I'm just gonna be going back and forth, making sure it's not stupid, and like then I'll do things that are cool. Then I'm going to go through and change the heights and everything. There's a very specific look I want here. This nice alleyway feel when you come out that's like looking in both directions. You feel like there's you're in a more hidden area. We also had tacos, and they were very good. Excellent. Everyone had delicious tacos, and by everyone, I mean the two of us. What are the amounts that matter?
I also love tacos.
Oh yeah, my wife also had tacos. I'm sorry, Comms. One day, you too can have tacos. I believe in you. About advanced architecture, it's very vertical and very dense towards the bottom. Yup. That is what is gonna be happening here. Once these cubes become more than cubes. That's why I'm like blocking out all the cubies so I can get the density feeling correct. Oopsie doopsie. It's interesting to try and get this dense feeling in a small area, because obviously, like I was saying before, I don't want to do this massive city. Even if this were to go to like a full game, I wouldn't want to do a big old massive city, because I like having control over small environments. Medieval chorus? Yeah, kind of. These are actually meant to feel a little bit more wider than this alley, but not as wide as the main roads. I plan to have a little bit of elevation. Like I want the... I've got the little P rivers here. Need them going downhill, you know? Hey, man, how you doing? For these, let's just throw some more boxes in here. Decided I'm going to close this off. Just need to get it feeling all right, and then we'll know what we're doing here. Some of these may be individual buildings. Some of these larger things like this shape may become a like single building where I've got like a patio on it or something. I don't know. We'll see. Mortuary Assistant sequel? No. This is a Patreon prototype. I am working on new content DLC stuff for Mortuary Assistant that will set up for other things to come, but presently got lots of other things going on. It's like this. I may turn into like a full building facade. A facade, if you will. Okay, there's our little loopy boy. Then we've got, what else we got here? We got the stall things. This one is like lower point is player height. Maybe a little higher than player height, but not much for these. Proxy boxes. Spellbinding Games, thank you for the follow. Hello. Hello. So is the prototype a pirate game? No. This is, you are an alchemist fighting the Inquisition, basically. The way I've been putting it is you're basically an alchemy Batman. But it is a horror game. There's some cobbled together stuff. That's what that'll all be. Now compared to the other stuff. Okay. Now I'm going to take this well. Now it's going to be a well instead of just a circle thing. Or if TSA stole your cucumbers? Why are you bringing cucumbers through the airport? You should know better than that. You know the dangers of that. Getting sizes for everything. Good. Now, in comparison to the player, it's about half height, it looks like. Yep. Okay, cool. these guys, we're gonna start getting... Let's temporarily combine everything. It'll make it a lot easier to get the height I'm looking for here and adjust things. Boop. Actually, I don't want to go much higher than that. I mean, that's... What here? This, I've got my size guides for the little wall dealies. Where'd they go? This guy? Yeah. So that can go to there. It can go a little higher. Basically, I don't want to go any higher than what I've set my little pixel density stuff at here. Fun fact, even though the medieval times was very strict against prosecuting simple actions, ironically. Yeah, well, oldest profession. Hey, George, ready the party of 25. Thank you very much, Cartoon Head George. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Hi. How are you? Hope you had a fantastic streamy time. I am currently working on a new prototype for patrons. I think I've gotten everything. There we go. What am I making? I am, like I said, I am making a prototype for my Patreon. I'll do games that are very small, similar to, like, if anyone's familiar, coming in to Mortuary Assistant. It started as a little 5-minute, basically, prototype, and that's essentially what I'm trying to do with new ideas here. There we go. And this one is you're playing as an alchemist that is fighting the Spanish Inquisition, pretty much. To sum it up. But right now I'm just blocking in the environment, trying to get the verticality that I want, seeing mainly the density. I really want this little area that I'm building, I want it to be I want it to feel compact. I want it to feel claustrophobic. But obviously, since it's a little prototype, I don't want to go all out, and I'm not going to make Assassin's Creed, right? So it's a really small area. You can see our little paper map here. But yeah, it is a small area that I'm trying to make feel a little dense. Why is it so interesting to watch? I don't know. Cubes. Cubes are cool. That's all I can think of. Cubes are just neat. Oh, let me get... I want a little bit of elevation shift here. Because you can see this little brown stuff here. Those are supposed to be like pee rivers from people dumping their stuff out their windows. And so I want a little bit of downhill action. Right now, I've been building some of the mechanics. Basically, I just have the third-person controller. Let's go to here. I've got third-person controller, untextured jacket man, and boxes that you can pick up that represent your items. So there's an item system in terms of like an inventory. It's not visible to the player right now. It's not exposed anywhere, but it's a save system. It actually saves a file, loads from it, removes things you've already collected in the environment. That stuff's already all there. Level design 17 years ago? Well, I mean, I got started as a world builder back in 2005. So, I did a lot of world building, level designy stuff for, like, maybe 10 of the 13 years that I was doing AAA. And then indie stuff I've been doing for about 5 now. And so obviously I'm doing everything. But I just enjoy all aspects. Can you make crab game? I mean, potentially. Anything's possible. All right, let's get these at an appropriate level, and then I will match the terrain to it. When I get this in. And I'll set the lowest point in the editor in Unity on the ground, and then I will raise the terrain up to the rest. There's going to be a lot of flattening stuff out and things, but we'll see. Mythic Entertainment, yeah, I was doing world building, and I did level design stuff for like the starting areas for the for all the races actually. And then there was the actual zones themselves, doing the terrain sculpting and world building for that. This is Maya at the moment, which is what I model in, and then I'm using Unity for the game itself, and then C# for the programming. Unity. It's what I used for any sort of like side projects back in the day, and we used it when I was at Tryon for Atlas Reactor for the bit that I was on there, and a few other small things, and then we used it when I was at Disney for 2 different projects. So I just knew it, and I had already dabbled with it on my own outside of it. And then when I jumped into Indie, I worked with another developer for a little bit, and he was working in Unity, so I already knew it. And then I just sort of kept with it when I started making my own stuff, and here we are. Okay, I'm going to say this is something. Okay, so let's go ahead and just group this together. Buildings. Save, file, export selection. Buildings. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alrighty, somewhere around here. There it is. So we're going to put this to here. That height. And then there's our elevation change, so I'll have to do that. Anything a while. Can I ask, how did you get yourself motivated to make game development as a career? Well, I mean, you know, I did, like we were talking about before, I worked in AAA for a while, so that's pretty motivating, just having it as a regular job. But the development side of, whoops, I included the scale reference here. The indie side, I kind of just keep a schedule, and if I start to feel like I am slipping and losing motivation, I know it usually means that I don't know where I'm going. So I schedule stuff, I take a step back, I schedule stuff out again and into something that matches what I believe is missing and gives me something that I can do, and small enough tasks that I can complete them and feel like I'm making progress, and that keeps me motivated. So just kind of do that now. As if for most modeling stuff, the Blender is awesome for sculpting. I use ZBrush for sculpting. I haven't done any sculpting in Blender. I was in Blender for a very tiny bit trying to learn it, and the Blender community is real weird in that they are aggressively helpful. Like if you ask for something, they'll tell you what you need to do, but act like you're an idiot for not knowing it. been my experience anyway. So I was actually kind of turned off from it and just stayed with Maya because it was what I needed to do to keep working on stuff. So, you know, we land where we land. Very accurate description. I mean, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and see how slowly we can raise this up and build something here. Maybe a little more than that. Oh, that's paint texture. Whoopsie doopsie. Smooth stamp terrain. Raise the lower terrain. There we go. Ah, jeez. The opacity does not need to be very much to, like, there we go. I'm not looking for anything crazy. Oh, this takes me back. This is going to take a little bit of work. I'm going to have to smooth everything out after I get the height right, and there'll be a lot of adjustment back and forth until I've got the height that I need. The difference between a character designer and a character modeler. My cousin told me she's trying to get a job as a character modeling instead, but mentioned it was different from, well, I mean, character design usually falls in the concept artist domain, though it is usually a marriage between design and concept art, because designers obviously will come up with gameplay needs, story, what this character is, all that sort of stuff, and they'll have descriptions and reference images that they pull up, and then a concept artist will do that to kind of set reference on what they need, and then the 3D modeler will create that. So my passion, it's considered as a low-paying or unsafe career path. Pakistan, 3D, a third world country, and I have some safe career paths like web development, which I don't like. So there's a couple things. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to just make games, yeah, it can be unstable. Like I've been doing indie for 5 years, and only in the past maybe 6 months now have I been successful. Like Mortuary Assistant is my first like actual success that fully supports making new games and stuff like that. Before that, I mean, Our Secret Below has made me about maybe all total 30 grand. And then before that, both The Subject and Kohate together probably made me about 15,000, right? And that's, like I said, like 5 years ago. So it's not a ton, and that's still way more than a lot of indie games do. So, you know, if you want to just make games fully, no, it doesn't annoy me at all. I'm happy to answer stuff like this. If you want to just make games, then, I mean, I don't want to suggest taking something you don't like, but because it's programming related and could have some potential cross-pollination, I would say you could have some sort of support system through a job that you then moonlight making indie stuff, making your own stuff, and just, it's a lot of work. And I mean, like we were just talking about, it took me 5 years. It was a struggle to get to this point, right? But it's possible. So that is a way to do it. The other thing you could do is find someone like a publisher to give you money to make your game. But then you need a pitch and a deck and stuff like that. So there are ways to support making development, right? Some more glamorous than others, some less painful than others. If you want to just do 3D modeling, if you want to just do art, I mean, there's plenty of freelance stuff out there, people looking to pay for various things, but it's gig-based work, and you've got to put in a lot of effort and staying connected with people and making new connections and just constantly feeding the beast, right? Character design, must work with use Maya 7.0. Goo. We got one person in our program, really good character modeling, but he would be able to do something. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that in the game industry, right? I mean, a lot of people are always surprised to hear that, like, environment artists that I've worked with, 3D modelers, like people that make the in-game art, can't draw. Like, most of us can't, right? I'm not a great 2D artist either. I mean, I worked on my 2D skills a bit and brushed them up, so I'm better than others, I think. But it's just a skill you build, right? And you don't use that skill when you're doing 3D modeling and doing stuff in my wife is convincing herself that she's not a good artist, but she's made something that's already much better than I think she would have been able to do just a week ago. And you know, eventually you just get better. It's all mileage. It's just skill, right? I don't believe art's one of those things you're either good at or not good at or have some like natural ability. I think some people just have in the same way that some people are really good at puzzles or some shit than others, is just that they maybe have an eye for figuring stuff out, so maybe learning that stuff comes a little easier and they can be a good artist a little faster. But I think anybody can put in the time and learn to be a really good artist. You feel old and you're not even old? You guys. Just wait. Web development seems soul destroying. Yes, it does. That's why I said I hate to be on a side that would recommend that. But you see what I'm saying, though, is like you need to eat, right? So if you got to do something to pay the bills, if you can do that with something else that's, you know, gives you more time and is easier, and like if you could work at a movie theater and that pays you enough money to live while you do indie stuff, you're scraping by, but you can do it, you know, do that. But it's like you also need to be alive. Story time. Our professor who teaches 2D and 3D animation stuff used to work at Disney, like Mulan, Lion King, Brother Bear, etc. But they got laid off after Toy Story brought 3D into the mix. Yeah, he then worked at a brick factory and took lessons in Maya overnight until he got a new job that way. Yeah, you got to stay on top of the game, right? Like you got to be. That's why, like, when some people say they don't want to use something, or it's you know, not a true way of doing things or something, they're wrong, because it's gonna get adopted into the process somehow, and you need to know how to use it. Know what I mean? It's like the AI debate. While I don't agree with how some of the 2D AI stuff is done, you know, I don't even want to get into that. But there is a valid argument that there is a place for AI, especially in 3D modeling, where if you can create a few things more easily and use them in like kits and stuff like that, and use it as a tool, like that's any other tool that's been developed, right? It's just a different way of doing stuff, and places they're gonna adopt it to some degree. And if you just are someone who sits there and says, oh no, this isn't the real way of doing it, screw this, you're gonna not have a job later, because you need to at least be aware of it. Even if you don't like it, at least be up on it and know it to some degree, right? So that you can jump into it. Otherwise, you're gonna work at a brick factory until you're good at what you're doing again. That room was fancy. You built up over time. I never thought I'd care about concept art. Yeah. I took a role in a film and learned. Yep. Yeah. Lightstone Dev is my wife, by the way. She's sitting right over there. Thank you very much for the advice. You really cleared. Oh, good. Thank you very much. If you got any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer. Obviously, I can tend to ramble. I haven't done very much actual work here, but I just like talking about it, and more importantly, I like helping people figure out what it is they want to do in general, but also in games, right? And it can be tough because I feel like there are a lot of people that will say things like, this is the only way, this is the right way, wrong way, whatever. And I'm more of a fan of just people going the route that makes sense for them and makes them happy. Hey, Kodapel, good to see you. Been a minute. Modern JavaScript makes me incredibly demotivated. So high level, and nowadays the solution to coding problems is look for a library that fixes it, which is horrendous. Yeah, yes, yeah, I can see that. That's one of my issues with when people are like, do Unreal, and I'm like, I don't like blueprints, like the visual coding stuff. I feel it relies too much on someone else's modeling package, someone else's abilities, right? If I can't do something in Blueprint and I don't know how to program, I'm like, well, okay, I guess I'll look to see if there's an asset I can buy where someone did that, or maybe eventually someone will be kind enough to add the ability to do this thing, you know? It's like I don't want to be dependent on other stuff if I don't have to be. Using things as a tool, again, is great and fine, but I don't want to be dependent on something. Busy time, yes. What am I up to now? I'm working on, and thank you, by the way. I am working on Patreon prototype. A new hotness, a new game idea. A hot new game on the scene, everybody. But it's meant to be something small. All these prototypes for Patreon, my goal is to be something small and can potentially be turned into a full game if people like it. What I've been saying about how I want to structure these things is basically build up a good library of them for patrons to play. And then if patrons really like a certain one, like if one of them gains a little more traction with people, resonates with people more, I may take that one and put it on itch and see if it works for a larger audience. And then if that works, then I'd be looking at like maybe doing a new game with that, you know? I have not gotten a smooth out yet. This takes me back though. This is basically, you're watching what I did basically at Mythic and Tryon. I build out environments, sculpt stuff out, paint textures. A lot of working with design on, you know, there needs to be a camp right here of some kind. Usually it is a plateau you end up making for some camp of some animal you have to kill. But hey, that's them's as MMOs. Defiance was a different beast. I was working with the team in San Diego, basically trying to, I don't want to say save it, that sounds poopy, but I wasn't doing... I ended up working on the San Francisco zone with a small group at the Redwood City office. But, yeah, I had to fly to San Diego for a little bit and kind of assess where things were at and maybe help their team. And that was a different thing. Defiance is... it's something. I see my best friend coded our entire website and web server from scratch using his own HTTP library. Built from cheese. Simply because he can. That sounds like programmers. Programmers that know what they're doing like to challenge themselves and do weird shit. But I like that about them. I'm curious for the actual like texture painting side. I think it's still per vertex, not an actual like map or something, which means I won't be able to be particularly detailed with the painting here, and that'd be unfortunate. Yes, I mean that's what I really enjoy about the programming side of things is the puzzle style aspect, you know? It's a nice gear shift from the art and more creative side of things, though programming is extremely creative on its own too. Okay, I think I've got a basic bumpy height adjustment here, and I'll need to do a little bit more here with some smoothing. Oh. Ugh. Man, I don't miss this stuff. No, I do miss this stuff a bit. This is fun. But what I don't miss is the constant, like, oh, well, I thought this was low enough. Well, no, it's not low enough. It's too high now. And so it's just clicky, click, 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 clicky clicks. All I'm trying to do is get it to a point where I can smooth it, make it not look so butt, and then I'll have to do more adjustment and smooth it again. Talk about the most intelligent person I've ever met. I know, 15 years now. Ooh. Since we were 3 years. Oh, Jesus Christ. You damn young people. Yeah, see my go from hip. Hip. What causes the tears? You mean in terrain work? In this and what I'm doing? Is that what you're asking me? Smooth. Do I need to do a little bit more blur direction? Don't need a blur direction. Oh, really? It's not big enough to smooth out? What is the wireframe of this? Really? How does their smooth work? Smooth height. I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, what is happening here? Why is this not... Do I need to, like, crank it? Oh god, yes. Smooth is one of those things that I don't think any place has mastered properly. Seems like it always does such a weird averaging thing that... I mean, this is better than some that I've used, but... It's always like, oh, I didn't think it would do that. Isn't that interesting? I don't think I've got any weird issues on the terrain right now, Arctic. Not that I can tell. Oh, unless you're talking about these shadows here. This is shadows from the buildings because they don't have roofs. Most difficult things are programming, cache validation, naming things, and off by one does happen quite a bit. I mean, programming in Unity and C# is not the crazy programming, you know? I would say, is definitely on the more simplistic side, at least for me. But I am a simple man. Okay, I think... I mean, this feels mostly okay. Unfortunately, the terrain doesn't seem to be high-res enough, like, dense enough for me to do some more, like, detailed sculpting. Like if I wanted to flatten this out more, like, just on the edges, or if I wanted to bring the edge of this, like, up against the wall a bit, the grid on it just seems so large that it doesn't look like I would actually get any use out of it. Like, let's take a look here. Wireframe. Shaded wireframe? There. Yeah, look at that. See how big this is? It needs to be, like, double the res for me to do some proper sculptage. I agree. I like programming Unity. It's got some chill. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there is a big difference between my programming, and I've got a friend who's a programmer for bank processing, basically. And he's, you know, he's on that level, extremely smart, extremely skilled. Just he's, you know, and for me, I'm like, you know, this is a cool if statement, right? Yeah. Nah, there's other stuff that I'm always trying to improve my coding abilities. Barktick resubbed with Prime, 38 months, Jeebus. Thanks, Barktick. You know I love you. Thanks, bro. What's wrong with me? Ew. Lower that. We don't need this. Okay. Smoothies. I'm going to get rid of the rock texture. Because I'm not going to need it. I'm making a wall around this whole thing. But you can see my height change here. You can see the slow height increase in the town. What was my game of the year? You think I got to play games? That's funny. I haven't really gotten to do much game playing. I'm gonna have to catch up with stuff, unfortunately. Except Fortnite. That's something it's something I admit it all the time on here. That I play that with my brother, my wife, and my dad because it is an easy game for all of us to jump in and play quickly and have some fun. So Fortnite is really where I spend the bulk of my time. Though I've been playing some Elden Ring, which I do appreciate and always love some Elden Ring. But ultimately, yeah, there's been so much work involved this year with Mortuary Assistant, you know, because it launched in August, right? And then since then, there's been all the work post. So there hasn't been lots of video game playing time. Have you tried Fall Guys? I did, but I don't think it'd be something that my family as a whole would really latch onto. This is suddenly... Oh, because I had to make it. Okay, can I finally run around in this? Yeah, I heard like it... So, I don't know, maybe it's changed, but it struck me as something that would probably lose its charm kind of quickly. Like, Fortnite being a shooter, there's a lot of unpredictability there. Fall Guys is very much, you're still in this specific... You can only do specific things. There's specific, what is this? Oh. Like courses and stuff, and so you're kind of stuck in that. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, novelty. The novelty of it, very good. Yes, perfect. Fall Guys needs more ways for players to interact. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move the player to where our little starty point is going to be, which I think is here. Help us get a feel for things. Gonna be a little close, I think. If that is indeed what I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's the starting spot. So I'll need to make that a little larger. But let's jump in here real quick and just take a look at it. Same way people stream other things 24/7. I never understood at all being able to make like a specific game your game that you stream. Like I know that some people suggest that, but it's like I couldn't do that. I couldn't play the same thing 24/7, you know? Okay, so I think I need to up the verticality a bit here. Like these taller ones, that's fine. It's weird because, you know, once the camera angle changes in comparison to the player, it is an appropriate height. But, I don't know. See Dead by Daylight. The only game I've played this year has been Counter-Strike. It's better as I play it. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like this, because you're going to be like in here and you're going to come out, so there needs to be an actual like, there needs to be more space. This needs to go back quite a bit. And then we'd have our main street, and then you'd come to here. That well can be smaller. What's cool is while we're in play mode, we can adjust those things. Stop it. Access custom set to face boop. There, go back to here. Just because if you're gonna come out of here as the player, you're gonna need to have a bit of room for your camera to kind of help establish things a smidgen. Trying to see where I can do some things here. I'll open stuff up a little bit, maybe. Alright. Okay. Same for this. A little smaller. That's fine. Now for the whole thing, I think I can kind of go whoop just a little bit. And we will cut accordingly. Okay, so everything's just a little bit taller. What's tough is like getting views that like let you take in what's going on. Like obviously I want the claustrophobic feel, but I want moments where you look around and you can see what, that's why I had to move this, right? I want you to be able to see like, oh, I'm in this kind of alley thing. Okay. And same for like when you get on the main road here, like I'd like it to register that you're on a more main street. So maybe I can push this back and push this back, give you some opening. Maybe that to there and this to loop. And then we're gonna throw all this out the window when we make our actual buildings. Okay, let's go ahead and make a wall also to go around it. I just want to be able to actually see what's going on there. We're going to go whoop, like that. And okay, good. I do have wireframe on. Whoop. And then we're gonna go to edge. We had the ability to climb up the buildings like it. No, this ain't Assassin's Creed. Not for a prototype anyway, you know. Okay. Oop. Whoop. 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 There we go. Don't really care about the other stuff. There's our wall. There. And then, yeah, gonna have to go get weird with it. Actually, I'm gonna keep that one straight there. New Spider-Man game? No! No! We don't need to add a layer of difficulty to this. Okay, this will be closed off now. Except for this one area, but I'll go ahead and just extend this building. There we go. Beautiful! We are closed in. Great. So now this can go in buildings. I am working on a new Patreon prototype. And right now, this is the layout for the town. It takes a little bit longer here because I'm trying to get things feeling right. And oh, that's right, it was still playing. There we go. Yeah, it wasn't gonna have that with this was all this. Yeah, the mesh collider to it just to have it. All right, let's see what we're doing. Okay. Also, for now, let's just go ahead and make two-sided, so you actually have some shadows here. Okay. Pew. Yay. Look at that cake. Man, I really, I have this desire to make it larger so you can actually have, like, cool views and stuff, but I really shouldn't because it would be a lot more work. Or would it? Really, I just need, like, a longer road, you know? So far, I mean, you got some nice areas here. I just need it to feel different enough when you go out in the main roads. Whatever. Let's texture in here real quick, just a real quick pass. And that might help visualize some of this just a little bit better. Because right now it's all over the place. Ah, it's huge. There we go. And then this, we're going to go ahead and edit terrain there. Just remove that layer. And then I'm going to throw stone in here. Small as I can get. See, this is like as small as I can get with this, which sucks. But whatever, I'll do what I can. Can't I increase like the resolution of this or something? Give me more control. 500. There's low terrain, stamp terrain, smooth terrain. Terrain collider. Nope. What is this? Create neighbor terrain. No. Don't want to do that. What about this? Ooh, wait. Soul error, no. Group ID, draw. Detailed distance, detailed density. I don't know what that is. In settings, mesh resolution. Yeah. Detail resolution per patch. No. 2048. Do I have to apply it or something? No. Okay. Height map, control texture resolution, base texture resolution. Hey, hold on. We may have gotten something here. There we go, tiny brush size. I mean, it seems like there's a little bit of a change. Let's go down here. Yeah, there is. There's more. There's a higher resolution here now. I don't know if I want to go any higher than this, but I mean, I could, like, terrain doesn't need to be that big. Let's see what I can do here. So see now, like, how it gets to lower resolution here. You can see the resolution of this, and it goes, it gets lower out there. Fun. What's control texture versus resolution of the splat map that controls the building of the different terrain materials? Yes, let's go 2048. Seems like something that would be worth having more to it if you're going to be doing something that. Yeah, look at that. That's very different. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, let's turn off the wireframe mode because it's driving me nuts. Where is that? Where am I? What am I looking at? There it is. Shaded. Cryptid! Thank you for the follow. Hello. So we're gonna go all the way. Like, I want these to be more finished road areas. It's a little cobblestoney. I want to be able to be light on the edges so that this mud still comes through. You can see I've made like a alpha mask in between the rocks here to let the puddle come through. I really want to get some of that. Just because it's fun. Gonna break up these puddles too, otherwise it becomes very obvious that they're tiling. So we go one size. Oh, we get a lot more brush size options too. Nice. It's gone very quiet. Okay, and this is kind of the main square and like where the entry gate into the town is gonna be. Oh wait. Let's get this just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put some of this back just so it gets a little gross. Do this, but we'll use a more splattery deal. I don't think it's gonna matter very much, but it's not that high res. The tacos were delicious. Casey, thank you. That place is always delicious, though. They don't miss. See, I got enough res to kind of come in and... What would be good, what I should really do is go into this and I can give it an alpha that will probably look better. An air fryer, nice. So far it has taken over all the other cooking methods. Yes, I'm sure. Stuff like that's always fun anyway when you first get it. But air fryer definitely does seem like something I would use a lot if we had one. There's something. Oh, I just got a personal blender for the Christmas, and I use that shit every single day. I have to dirty the entire blender for my post-workout punch. Let's see. This was the albedo. What could I do with this? Is there maybe something cool I could do? Is there something maybe I could steal from the normal? Let's take a look. Let's see what we could do. Let's experiment, shall we? So, if we go into one of these channels here, ignoring anything else, we're gonna do some level adjustments. So white would be where it shows up, and black would be obviously where it disappears, which might be nice. Let's see. Let me try this one too. Creating that same sort of window effect, that alpha effect that we see on the stones. Actually, let's do some weird stuff. Let's get real weird with it. So do that. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can start combining some things here. So, let's see. That might be kind of neat, actually. Let's take a look at this. Let me... Oopsies. What's it giving me that sound? I don't know, whatever. Who cares? What is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Y'all hear that? It's going like bloom. Like I'm doing something wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's doing things wrong. Tips copy. Moss. Save. Yeet. Okay. So now, on the terrain, we can take this. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Hey, Megapixel. So now I can do opacity as density. Okay, and I think I was incorrect. I think it needs to go the other way. But you can see what's happening. Like, it's got a little splitty splat there now, instead of just fading all weird. But we need to find a better method here. So now the alpha's there. So I should just be able to save. No, of course not. Why would I be able to just save? That'd be silly. Yes. That's not any better. Does this not tile? I'm confused. That's not correct with what I want to be doing. Well, what do you know about that? Try something else here. I want any sort of pattern that may look like it's growing on something. And I don't know how, like, cut and dry it is. Like, I have no idea how... I mean, it seems like it... alpha clipping. But I don't know if there's a level of generosity to it. So there's a copy. Yep. It had a image to normal converter. I don't recall. There we go. There's a little something. Yeah, that's better. That's nice. Okay. I only recall a... Oh, it's because it looks like the brush itself has a seam. Boo. There. I recall like a plugin that you could get from NVIDIA, but not something specific to to Photoshop. Bleh. Oh, I keep pressing X to try and do the opposite. Damn you, Photoshop. We're gonna do some streaks here. But turn that opacity down. This takes me back. It's kind of crazy. Maybe we could stand to have a slightly different color, but whatever. I don't care right now. X normal, yes. These are like twice. Both were desperate times, right? Too lazy to make. Yes, I've used that. This is a Master Boot record. Does some fantastic covers of game music. Let's adjust a color here just because I want to, so I'm gonna. I just want something that's a little bit closer to the muddiness there. Yeah, okay, whatever. Too close. %. Alright, that's better at least. Not as stark as it was before. Okay. Still feel like there's some stuff here, but just gross. Yeah, fine. All right. I would like to get a little bit more street in here. So here, here. It's a little more solid in this area back here, just cause I want to. Interesting covers, is that your way of saying you'll like it? Fascinating, fascinating covers. Okay, and then I need one more. So we're gonna add a layer, create a layer rather. What I need is to just do a thing. Well, we're gonna make a new. Let's just make a 256. Doesn't even matter. It's just gonna be a color, some values, little things like that. For real? Image mode. Why? No. No, whatever, who cares? No! New. 1024. Not grayscale. RGB color. Get out of here with stupid crap. And file. Actually, I made it the wrong size. We'll make it 256. Because all I need right now, let's see if there's a copy on this computer. Who? Okay. And then we're going to do this. We're going to say it's mildly metal, sure. Oh my god. I think this is what I want. I think. We'll see. Here. PNG. Ooh, mask map. Okay. Now for here, we're going to create a layer. Poo. Poo. And then in poo of our mask map. I need to get a better, like, I need a better place. Look at this. Is it the other direction? Be flat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What? No. Save as a cut. Photoshop. think it's both. I think it was so smooth one direction. It looked flat, and now it is so flat that it looks smooth. Just looks the same, no matter what. All directions. Oh wait, no, that is very smooth now. So what I need is just a little bit of a, like... Save as a copy. Home computer. This is also freaking me out, man. Squared puddles, yes. Just give it a moment. It'll look acceptable. What? Did I miss something? Let's just throw another normal map on it for now, just to have a normal map there, because I need to see something. Moss, sure, why not? I don't know why Adobe thought of it. Yeah, I don't know why they've gone through this whole, like, when I want to save, I gotta save as a copy now, and it brings up the thing, and it's like, do you want to save it on our cloud thing? You want to do that? No, fuck off, Adobe. How am I not seeing any sort of difference in this? Because it's an alpha, not what I'm doing here. And it does have... I'm saving it as something that has no alpha. That would explain it pretty well. Yeah, that would do it. Okay, maybe not. What the fuck? The fuck? Oh wait, no, there's still no alpha. What is happening here? Okay. Okay, we're gonna save again. As a copy. Alpha channels. Dude. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Okay. There. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful now. Damn it. I have become alpha. It's fine. Normal. What we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go to textures.com so we can find something simple for a normal. PBR material. I need something smooth. Polished concrete, eh? What's the normal look like on that? That looks pretty good. Zoop. Nailed it. Great. Oh wait, I should probably set that to be a normal. That would help. There. There. Beautiful. Check all that out. What I need is like an undulating, like some sort of poop looking I need exactly what I'm looking for. That's what I need. What's on here? Any weird squishy stuff? What we got along here? Wood, tiles, sci-fi. You got anything weird in sci-fi? No, it's all paneling. Rust. I mean, maybe for that. Painted rust, that could be alright. I'm just looking at the normals, trying to see, like, if I just had the normals, what would that look like? Probably that. No. This. Maybe. Oh yeah, okay. I got premium, so I guess it doesn't hurt to just. I'll just grab the free one, even though I don't use up my premium credits. Also, I have to leave in 15 minutes to go get my children. Maybe there's something under rock. Ooh, mud slope. That looks like that'd be something. I mean, imagining that's poop is kind of gross there, but it's like hardcore muddy poop. More tacos instead. Also a good idea, but ugh. I mean, honestly, for a sludgy thing, this might be the way to go. We're going to do this. We're going to get this normal and probably smooth it out. What? Where'd it go? Give me that. Yeah, that was weird. Lava. Oop, where'd it go? Where did that happen? There it is. Null map. Apply. And then for this, go in here. Lava, and then I can just redo. I mean, ew. Giant shit. It is pretty massive. And you know what? I wonder if I can just say nah to this. And then just tint whatever I want. No, I need one. Boo. Okay. Well, I don't care. Fine. This is gonna be fine. First things first, I'm gonna make this not. I swear, Photoshop now asks me for more things than it's ever done before. You sure you want to do that? You sure, man? You sure you want to do that? Sure about that? Do you want to save it here? No. Are you sure you want to save it over here? No. What kind of thing? How do you want to save it? Gotta go in a second. Okay, there we go for that. And then the normals. Really? So there's no undo when it comes to those things? Alright, whatever, sure. Oh my god. Block. Good. Well, you guys can find love in your town, so that's good. And then for this, and then I gotta go. Take this, and I want to make it white so that I can just tint it in here. It's silly that I have to do that, but whatever. Yes. So now if I want to paint this, yeah, that's one of the things about, there we go. Well, what I can do is give it an alpha that will kind of get a little, like you could have like a tendrily type alpha, so when it's solid in one spot, it's fully solid, but once it goes to the edges, it gets all tendrily and liquidy. We'll get it looking good. Just gotta get things in place first. Why is this doing this? There we go. I think I'm gonna have to do like a solid line of it and then chip away at that line instead of going the other direction with it. So it's going to be thick first. What I'd like to do is have some sort of flow map to it and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to get to that point. Man, I really got to paint this shit. I may have to up the resolution again just to get what I'm looking for with this. And make it like thin enough, you know? The whole thing solid. Come at it. Another angle. We'll go here. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be real careful how I paint that. Also, this is gonna come in. I don't know. Whatever. Let's run around at one time and then I gotta go. Definitely gross and wet here. Now for this. Once I make that just a thin streak. Like that, I suppose. We'll see. Like I said, I'll up the resolution again. We'll see what happens. Who knows? It's interesting to build an environment this way in third person and see how I can sell immersion after that. We'll see. All right, anyway. It is time for me to leave. I gotta go pick up the children and do all my responsible adult things, and then I'll probably drink beer and stuff, and those are also responsible adult things. But while working, you know how it is. Once I get my hooks in something and I'm interested, it's nonstop till the thing's done. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out. Love you all to pieces. Appreciate every single one of you. And cool views are cool. I'm working on it. Love the T-pose, right? All right. All right. This is closed. That's good. There we go. Okay, I've got to go. I got to walk. I got to go do all the important things. Everyone, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the new patrons. I saw some of you join up. If you also want to be all in on that, this the Patreon is how you're going to be able to access this game prototype once it is complete, and people will be able to get a shot. Otherwise, you can follow on all the social stuff, and that's where I'm going to let you know that I'm going live, working on more of this stuff, and you can see all the cool things that unfold. Thank you very much, and as always, thank you to the patrons scrolling by there. Love you to pieces. Bye, everybody. Next time.